Namaskar dear friends, my name is Vijay Sridhar and I welcome you all to a new episode on making a new generation. In this episode I am going to talk about the four essential qualities of life which are termed as four lights of life, which are to be inculcated in our children to make them not only happier but also better citizens of their generation. Now, why do I call them lights of life? Because if you inculcate these qualities in your children will glow in the society, not just for themselves, but also for other people around them, for other life around them, not just human life, but plant and animal life. They will just glow. And that is what you also wish to, isn't it? So before going to those qualities, let us look at the world situation, how it is right now. We think that we are the most civilized generation on this planet. But if you look at the dark events that are happening around the globe, they are really pathetic. Events in the name of religion, events in the name of region, race, culture, gender, whatnot, child abuse, atrocities towards women, and yet we call ourselves to be the most civilized generation on this planet. Now I feel that is all rubbish. We are feeling we are civilized because we have two things in place. One is easier mode of communication, and then the technology which is backing us up. So with these two we are thinking that we are most civilized. In the heart of hearts, if we ask ourselves, we are not civilized yet. That's what I feel. Now these four qualities which are very essential, not maths, not physics. This is not education. These are qualities which are dormant in every human being, but they are not coming out because of the social situations we are currently facing. There are social situations, there are family situations, there are environmental situations, and we are too busy to deal with anything else. So if you really give them some scope, these qualities will really blossom from any human being. Now, leaving aside the suspense, let me quickly go into these four qualities. The first quality is all life on this planet is one. All human life, all plant life, all animal life is one. It is made of one. Now, this is not a philosophy, this is not a concept, this is not an idea that I am borrowing. This is a fact. And how it is fact, what is the science behind it, I will talk about it in this episode. Further three qualities I will go through in another episode because that will take a little long to discuss on those qualities also, and I want to keep this video short. So what are the other qualities? Just let me list them down for you. The second quality is any life when it is hurt, it also feels the pain, including plant life. That is what we need to understand. We need to inculcate in our children that including plant life, if it is hurt, it will feel the pain. Now, am I talking anything about what we should eat and what we should not? No, I am not talking about it at all. We will talk about it as a part of the second quality. And the third quality is that if you have to have something or if you want something in life, you need to earn it. This is the third quality which we should inculcate in our children. No, there is no free lunch. There cannot be any free lunch. Even if there is a free lunch, there is a condition associated with it, which we blindly overlook. The fourth quality is honesty. Now, honesty is one misused word everywhere. People talk about honesty and truthfulness. I am not talking in those terms. Honesty with whom? What are the situations where there is a risk of being honest? If you are honest, then in some situations it will not work out. So how much we have to be honest? Can we escape the situations not being honest? So we will talk about this. This is very important because most of the scriptures, most of philosophers talk about just being honest and truthful, but that may create damage in certain situations, not just for us, but for people around us as well. So honesty is the fourth quality which has to be looked at in a subjective way. So these are the four qualities which are listed, but in this episode I will be talking about only the first quality, which is that all life on this planet is one. Let me take an example. You may be consuming rotis, or you may be having bread in your breakfast, lunch, dinner. Now this is made of a lump of dough. This dough, this is a wet lump of dough. It is one lump. Nobody can deny that. And you make small pieces out of it, or chop small pieces out of it using a machine. And these can be made into bread or rotis. These rotis are different, of course. They assume different shapes, different color. Once you roast them on the pan, they assume different texture as well. Now these rotis are all different once they are made into made into different shapes. But essentially you understand that these all belong to one lump of dough. Similarly, if you take a big heap of gold, the molten gold is put as biscuits or bricks, and each brick, let us take one brick is one lump of gold, and you take small pieces out of it and you make different ornaments out of it. Now these ornaments may assume different texture, different weight, different size, different design. These ornaments are all different, but yet when they are molten, they all belong to one thing, that is gold. Similarly, just look at our life. There is only one planet Earth on which human beings exist right now, and the plants take the nutrients from the soil, water from the soil, carbon dioxide from the air, sunlight, and produce the food. They are producing the food from what is existing on this planet. So one planet, they are creating different things out of it. Just like your gold ornament, different ornaments are created from, or different ornaments are made from one lump of gold. Here also, plants are producing different kinds of food, and different people consume that food and they make their bodies. Our body, isn't it a heap of food? It is. It is a big heap of food, and whatever is in our mind is just heap of thoughts, impressions, whatever we gathered from our childhood. So whatever we are gathering as a part of body is just one piece from this planet. So we are getting this planet broken into multiple food particles, and different people are consuming and they are making up their bodies. So essentially, if you go back or trace back, all this food is coming from Earth. Earth is one single entity. That means we all belong to this Earth, and we also go back into Earth. This is not a philosophy, this is pure science. You and I understand. If an insurance agent comes to you and talks about death and birth, you will appreciate that. You understand it as a fact than a philosophy. So similarly, you need to appreciate this fact and try to understand the significance of the fact as I am talking like an insurance agent than a philosopher. There is no philosophy here. This is pure fact. Once we are dead, we go straight into the planet, and people are popping out of this planet. So we are all one. In the name of anything, in the name of religion, race, creed, sect, sex, or anything, if we are divided, that is purely for a convenience sake. As a matter of science, we are all one. Now, an intelligent question may come from your child, or you may have a very good question. Then why are these differences? Why people are so different? I and you can look alike, isn't it? So let me also answer this question for you. Now, if you look at a family which has twins, just two identical twins, if they are identical twins, as an outsider, we feel a little guilty of not able to identify them properly. Suppose they are Ram and Shyam, two boys, two identical twins, boys, named as Ram and Shyam by their parents. Sometimes unless we get acquainted so much with their family, we will not be able to identify those twins. But when you look at their parents will be able to identify them. They are able to recognize their children, who is Ram and who is Shyam. They can clearly identify this is Ram, this is Shyam, because of certain subtle variations in their features or behavior or something else. And for them, it creates a lot of convenience to identify who is Ram and who is Shyam, because they want to do certain things with each kid, not always the same thing to both of them. Now, why did they not name them as Ram and Ram? If they name them as Ram and Ram, that will be a huge mess in their own family. So they want to have some convenience. So they name their identical twins as Ram and Shyam. Similarly, if suppose they have the same psychological aspect, they want to go to the school at the same time, they get up from the bed at the same time. You just imagine how much mess it would be at home if they get up at the same time, enter the bathroom at the same time, eat food at the same time, and jump onto the same cycle at the same time if they go to school. So that's a huge inconvenience even to the parents. So there is some convenience that is required. So there is some variation in the behavioral aspect or in feature set as well. So has the nature created some difference, subtle differences or major differences among the human beings. For example, we have two kinds of differences. One is physiological, the second one is psychological difference. The physiological difference we can clearly see. Somebody may be woman, I am a man, and somebody else may be woman or a man. So there is a physiological difference, and there is a variation to it. Not everybody look alike. If you are a man watching this video, I am a man here. Both men do not look alike. If I and you both look alike and have the same attitude towards life and situations, either I will be watching this video along with you on the same chair, or you will be shooting this video along with me standing in front of the same camera. So which will be a mess if you imagine all this. We are 7.5 billion people on this planet. If all men look alike and do the same thing, I don't know, you cannot even imagine where will this planet head to. So for that sake, nature has created a certain level of beauty on this planet by creating differences and also some variation to it. Similarly, we have psychological differences. Not everybody has the same psychology. People have different psychologies and also variations in them. So I and you may have engineered from the same college, did the same subject, but I and you vary a little in our intelligence, in our approach to a problem and arriving at a solution. So that's a little variation. So these differences are created for two reasons. You need to very clearly remember and convey to your children. One is to create a beauty on this planet and to create some convenience within the human beings. So for these two things, there are differences in all the life on the planet and also among the human beings. So this is a very important aspect which you need to properly make it percolate into your child's brain, so that they will be able to appreciate all the differences among different human beings, different races, different regions, and also different religions. So though there will be no difference that will bother them, because they understand that this difference is only a beauty and convenience. It is not for a conflict. So there are no conflicts that are going to happen in their life because of all these differences that are there in the humanity. So this is all about the first quality, and if you are further interested in my talks, you are free to subscribe to me on Facebook, Making a New Generation. My name is Vijay Sridhara. Thank you very much. Let's meet in the second episode. Namaskar.